Week 12 of the Rebels season. With their record standing at 5-6, the Rebels' hopes of extending their season in a bowl comes down to one last game. But this is no ordinary game. This is the Egg Bowl, the in-state matchup between the University of Mississippi and Mississippi State.
Let's go! Move around, let's go! Move around, E-man. Ought to mean something to you, that run. Get off a little bit, 25. There you go. Let's go, Corvick Neat. Let's go, Corvick Neat. Good, Jameis. Chief, what about your demeanor? How's your demeanor? You better check some of them other guys out over there. Oh, don't overthrow him. Oh, don't overthrow him. There you go, good. Good, Mikhail.
All in-state rivalries are big. Coming from Florida, Florida State, UF, and then Miami, Florida State, and then all those rivalries, I can tell that this one matches up to those.
It's real big, actually playing against the in-state players I actually know, so it'll be very exciting and something to watch.
I mean, if you're from Mississippi, you're either a State fan or Ole Miss fan, diehard, and so to them, I mean, it's a heartbreaker or it's bragging rights.
Being from Mississippi, growing up an Ole Miss fan, the Egg Bowl was everything, you know. Every year we look forward to that. Family came up here, we all met here, had Thanksgiving here, and went to the game. And so this game is really important to me, my family, and this state and our fan base.
Rivalry week is an intense time for the entire team, but it is made more so for those Rebels who hail from the Magnolia State. Philadelphia, Mississippi native C.J. Johnson knows what's at stake when Bulldogs and Rebels meet on the field.
I had committed to Mississippi State my 10th grade year of high school, and I had been being recruited by Coach Nix, well, both of them, and you know, the whole time through the whole recruiting process, they never gave up on me. And around December, the end of my senior year, I was out in Texas at the U.S. Army All-American game, and I get a phone call from Mark Hudspeth, who's now the head coach at Louisiana Lafayette. He says, hey, he said, I just took the job offer at Louisiana Lafayette, and I want you to keep Coach Mullen in mind and just kind of stick with the commitment, because I know the relationship that me and you built was pretty strong, and I'm kind of part of the reason why that we got you committed. And I said, well, okay, Coach. I said, I'll stick it out. And then a couple days later, I'm sitting in my room and I'm talking to my roommate, Chris Frost, who's now at Auburn. He says, man, Coach Diaz just took the defensive coordinator job at Texas. And I'm like, what? And so then I got a phone call from Coach Nix. And he was like, hey, you know, we're gonna be out and so, and he was like, we just want to keep you in mind. And I was like, all right, Coach. Well, I was like, well, now I'm about to decommit, because I don't know, two coaches that were real close to me that was at the university now left, and I kind of feel like that I don't really have a relationship with all the coaches. And so I decommitted, and the night before we had the banquet at the All-Star game, Snoop and Tobias was looking at me, and they was like, man, it's like, what are we gonna do? Like, do we want to do this together or what? And I was like, I looked at Snoop, I said, man, whatever you do, I'm down. And Tobias said, well, Snoop, you know, if CJ down, then I'm down. And Snoop was like, well, I'm going to Ole Miss. And I said, well, me too. Most of my town is Mississippi State, and most of the people that I hang with, my close friends that I was close with in high school, actually my best friend, or one of my best friends, is at Mississippi State. I never really had the experience of coming to Ole Miss. I actually only came to Oxford 2 times before I signed here. My first time I came to Oxford was I came to the Egg Bowl, and the atmosphere just kind of psyched me, but I was still committed to state, and it was just that something that was just stuck in my mind. And then when I came for my official, I knew that this was where I wanted to be. When I first got here, it was 2 guys that just really stuck out to me, and that was Marcus Temple and Wayne Dorsey. I could just remember when Wayne got hurt, and I had to take on a bigger role, and he was there just guiding me, you know, telling me, hey man, you know, you can do this, you do that. Every time I come off the field, he's always encouraging me, giving me words of wisdom. And but those two guys really stuck out to me. But I think other than being a player, players-wise, the person that's really stuck out to me is Derek Burgess. I can't count the numerous of times that he's given me tips. He's helped me out this summer working with us, just getting voluntary work. You know, he did it for a while in the NFL. He did it here for a long time at Ole Miss, and he's definitely impacted my life. Growing up, my mentor definitely had to be my father. I lost him when I was 13 years old, going into my first year of junior high school. He had a heart attack, and he had a lung failure. I can remember going to the hospital, my dad passed, and my mom was sitting beside the bed, and she was crying. And here I am, a 13-year-old boy. I looked at my mom, and I grabbed her hand, and I said, Mom, it's gonna be okay. I said, I'm gonna be the man that my daddy wanted me to be. And from that day on, every time I kind of lose track, or I don't really know which way to go, I just think about what my dad would tell me to do, and how would he tell me about how going about my situation. And I just try to use that to kind of guide me in life.
Egg Bowl Saturday. With Thanksgiving and Black Friday behind them, it seems that everyone in the state of Mississippi has turned their attention to Oxford. With the sun setting on Vaught Hemingway and the temperatures dropping into the low 30s, the fever pitch inside the stadium was reaching an all-time high.
Let's go, boys! What about it, Red? Hey, all day, it's time to be in beast mode. Hey, this is our game. We're on our back. Let's take it. Let's go, man. All day, every play, full quarter. We've been out full quarter, man. For 60 minutes.
At the beginning of the year, we took our bracelet. We made a commitment to one another that we were in. And I stand before you tonight, man, you've given it to this university and to our football program, to our coaches every single night. And tonight we get one last chance, 60 for 60 more, right? And here's the difference, okay? Here's the difference. Some schools in rivalry games choose to play it out of hatred for the other school. That's not who we are. Here's why we will win the game tonight. Because you're going to play for love from one another. Not hatred for somebody else. You're going to play out of love for one another. Because the guy from Tennessee in here understands what it's like for the guy in Mississippi here. The guy from Florida understands that this university is the one that gave you an education. The guy from Cali understands that. The guy from Atlanta, from Georgia, from Alabama, from Louisiana, from Ohio, from Illinois, you all get it that we all are at the University of Mississippi, the one and only one, the flagship university. And because of that, you're going to play for great love for each other and for those people in those stands and all these wonderful recruits that are going to join us next year to make sure we do wondrous things here at this great place. Because the only thing that's separating us is a little help. If we can get you to come help us, it's going to be national championship time right here at the University of Mississippi. And it starts tonight. Listen to me. There's a group of seniors that just walked up that tunnel. Those guys have had to put up with
the more negative stuff over the last 2 years. They've had to hear it every single day. They've had to live it. And they have been the foundation of us turning this thing around, and they deserve to play 60 more. So you make sure you do your part, whether it's one play or whether it's always on the sideline, whatever it is, you do your part to make sure that we get 60 more.
Give it all I got for you, 12. Give it all I got for you, baby. Already. I'm all out for you, 12.
Ready, guys? Let's go, guys. What you waiting on?
I'm all out for you, 12. Let's go, guys. You come on behind you, coach.
What do you call it? Called heads. Called heads. It is heads. He won the toss.
The Rebels would receive the ball first and immediately make a statement.
There's the snap, fake to Scott, back to throw. Wallace goes deep down the middle. He's got Moncrief. He hauls it in at the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs on a go route. And a great catch there is over Jonathan Banks, the outstanding senior cornerback of Mississippi State. Well, that's best against best, and the Rebels fare with a big one down the field to the 30, and that's a gain of 40 yards. In a gun formation is Wallace. He fakes it to Scott, now lost it toward Mosley, has him at the 10, the 5, he's in the end zone. The Rebels strike first. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
So the Rebels took that opening kickoff, David. Big toss down to Moncrief, and now we just run Mosley. We'll bring him back in motion, bring him out of the backfield, down the Rebels sideline, and it's a throw down there. It's a perfect toss, and then a run, race it into the end zone. Jamal Mosley, the senior out of Memphis.
Jamal was able to get behind the corner, and he kind of bit down on my run fake, and I just laid it up to him, and he outran the safety to the end zone.
It was a play that Coach Freeze designed. You know, we always run the zone read. And on film, we saw that every time that other teams ran that, Banks was always, biting. He was just real nosy, always kept his eyes in the backfield. So we designed the play where I arc out on him on the nub side, and if he takes one step towards the quarterback or towards the backfield, I just run past him and shoot. Both supposed to put the ball out there, and on that play, I stepped out towards him and act like I was going to block him. And he took probably 2 steps towards the quarterback or towards the backfield, and I just ran right by him, and Bo just put the ball over my shoulder. That's how it was designed.
And a couple yards deep in the end zone is Lewis. He wants to bring it out to the 10, 15, 20. He's to the 30, and he gets to the sidelines. He could take it to the house. I think he's gone, and he is. Jamian Lewis takes it all the way down for the touchdown, and special teams fight the Rebels again, and the Bulldogs are a PAT away from tying.
And just like that, the Egg Bowl was tied, setting the stage for a fiercely contested first half.
As soon as I saw the guys running down the sideline for a touchdown, I look at Coach Luke and he said, hey, we might have to score 100. Let's go out there and do it. No matter what it takes, if it takes scoring 100 tonight, let's just go out there and do it.
Thing over, 0-0, that's all it is. Starting this thing over, let's go.
Looks downfield, he's thinking about throwing, fires it toward the end zone, got a man there, Bumpus, and it's going to be caught. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Trailing 14-7, the Rebels were determined to regain momentum before the half. A Bryson Rose 43-yard field goal would pull the Rebels within 4.
How much does this thing mean to you? How much does this mean to you? Every single snap. Every snap, how much does it mean to you?
Then it was the Rebel defense's turn.
Here comes pressure. He's in the pocket. He's hit and he's sacked back at the 40-yard line. That's a loss of 7. C.J. Johnson.
Coach Womack called a blitz, and he had talked about all week, disguising it a little bit, which I kind of came off, and I kind of tipped it a little early, but you know, I took a great angle, and I don't know, I was just determined that I was going to get to the quarterback, and I got there and got sacked.
With the Bulldogs deep in Rebel territory, they decide to go for it on 4th down.
All right, 4th and 1, the Bulldogs will go for it from the 18. There's a snap. It's going to be a pass over the middle, deflected by Charles Sawyer, intended for Bumpus. Ole Miss will take over at the 18-yard line.
It would only take the Rebels 2 plays to turn the defensive stop into offensive points.
Play action pass, Wallace deep over the middle. He's got Moncrief, snag at the 45 to the 40. He could go. He's gone. 10-5, touchdown, Ole Miss. A great reaching catch for Dante Moncrief, and the Rebels regain the lead.
I had told Coach Freeze to play before that. I was like, seemed like the cornerback will stay outside of me, so maybe we should run an inside route. He asked me what I wanted. I told him a post, and he said he could trust in me to win on that route. And I gave him what he wanted, and both put the ball on the money. It was kind of a hard catch, but that's what receivers are for, so I made a big play.
Time to eat. That's where it goes.
You know how you ever been at Christmas time when you see the coverage coming, the exact thing you want to? I'm like, oh my God.
That's all I came down.
I was like, don't overthrow it.
Yeah, and don't forget, feed my free.
When it came on, and I listened for like 5 seconds, and I thought about like, this is this song that I actually just watched on YouTube, man. It kind of shocked me, but it got me crunk and motivated me a little bit.
You asked Moncrief if you want. I was in his house, and we was talking about it. I said, how cool would it be if they was to play this song during the game on Saturday? And sure enough, they played it. I had nothing to do with that, Moncrief. It wasn't me. But they played it, and you know, he was getting off. He was doing what he had to do.
When the Megatron came on Dante and Brandon Mackey and Jamez and them on the sideline, on the bench, when they were playing the song, and you know, Dante and them were saying, you know, feed Moncrief, you know, and I was just like, this, you know, this is how college football is supposed to be played, and this is how it's supposed to feel, you know, when you're winning and things are going the right way and you're playing with your heart.
Oh man, this song. Oh man, they're gonna pen that song 3 more years here. Oh yeah, I think that's a great song. I think that should be that's a good, you know, part of Ole Miss tradition. Just like the Land Shark, man. I'm glad that Ole Miss, you know, we're kind of getting our own identity and what we're known for.
Man, we was just happy, man. That Feed Moncrief, that's like a crazy song, but it got like a little catchy tone to it, and that's really our whole focus of our offense. You know, getting him involved. I know, because we know we feed him, and he get going with everybody else gonna feed off him. You know, he's a guy. You know, I played at Oklahoma State with Dez Bryant, and I haven't seen a guy get a crowd hype since I played with Dez, and he's just as talented as Dez, and it's crazy. I mean, we were just having fun. We saw those guys kind of laying down. When they started playing that song, we just thought, shoot, we might as well just have a party. They don't want to be a part of this game. They was too busy focusing on Twitter and talking to the news people about how it's their state, and they forgot to come out and play.
Great effort, man. Go crazy. Hey, you gotta get an interception off this. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Small ball. Husky. They gonna come back to that. You gotta play low. Field corner. Y'all gotta double that guy. They finna come back to that right there to the field.
Russell fakes it to Perkins. He's being chased. Sidesteps to his left. Fires over the middle. The pass is high and incomplete and picked off. It's picked off by DeHendrick Collins. Collins returns it to the near sidelines, the 15 to the 20. Still spins off a tackle and out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
They don't want it, bro. I told you. Y'all want it, man. Keep grinding, man. I know y'all will, dog. Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. Appreciate it, Buck.
Mississippi State would add another field goal, leaving the score tied at 17 going into the half.
I don't care what play it is. I don't care how tired you are. We got to finish this thing the right way so we can get our 6th victory here for our seniors and we can beat Mississippi State. Now, I'm going to tell you, don't do what you ain't supposed to do. It's accumulation of 11.5 games, and we're building to the 12th game right here. This is the 12th game. This is it. This is the last one. Some of them, the last time you'll put on your pads right here. You find a way to do it. That doesn't mean not to focus. We need everybody in here, including the kicking game, to finish this thing the right way. Last thing right here. We've had our hands on so many balls. You guys up front keep coming. You hear me? Yes, sir. Find a way to do that thing. Find a way to beat them. Go, man. Slow. Changing up things on them left and right. Come out and set the tempo and play one play at a time, like it's the most important play of the game. That's all you got to do what we have to do right here. Everybody understand? Everybody get in here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, D. Go. Lance York D on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lance York D.
The Rebels would add 3 points to their total early in the third quarter. Meanwhile, the Rebel defense was only getting warmed up. Mississippi State needed a score in the worst way, but the Rebel D had other plans.
In trouble is Russell, launches it left side. It's going to be picked off by Nkemdiche. Denzel Nkemdiche.
I was coming to the line. I knew the guy he's maybe like 6'6", 330. He was big and he couldn't move. He couldn't move very well. And I just got wide and I just go and I just blitzed. I just bull rushed his outside shoulders, stayed low, and went hard as I could. And I saw the quarterback. And I saw him launching the ball, and I just slapped his hand just a little bit. I slapped his hand just a tad. Next thing you know, Denzel Nkemdiche got the interception, and Ole Miss, we just took off from there.
I was dropping and just reading the quarterback, and E.J. Epperson got pressure on the quarterback and hit his right shoulder, and I knew with my broken hand that I was gonna have to catch it with kind of like my right shoulder and my right hand, and E.J. Epperson slowed the ball down. So I was able to catch it, and I didn't know Charles Sir was right behind me, but, I just saw the ball in the air and reacted and had to go get it and make a big play.
And the fake to Mackey, the throw to the end zone is caught! Touchdown! Donte Moncrief strikes again! Feed him, feed him!
They can't stop us. They can't stop us. Keep playing now.
Shout out to all them boys who was talking noise, talking about Banks gonna lock down Moncrief, feed Moncrief. Oh yeah, boy. I told you. I already told you.
Fake to Mackey, looking to throw. Wallace zips it to the end zone. He fed him again. Donte Moncrief, touchdown. Ole Miss.
It was the exact same play that we called on the post for the long touchdown. We just tagged Donte with a different route, but ended up Donte still ran a post just because he saw it wide open, and I was thinking the same thing. And play action, the safety bit down on it. He saw all the grass and just kind of did his own thing on it and got in the end zone, and I delivered the football to him.
Hey, you're a beast. You're a beast. You know that? You're a beast.
The fourth quarter began just as the third quarter ended, with the Rebel offense dominating the Bulldog D.
Here's the snap. Wallace to throw. Slant route over the middle. He's got Sanders caught at the 5. He pushes toward the end zone. Did he break the plane? Yes! Touchdown! Ole Miss!
When I lined up, I looked at Banks to see what coverage he was in. And he showed me like he was playing the zone, so I'm guessing it was cover 2. Once Bo hiked the ball, I stemmed in and got back vertical, and I went across the middle. And I saw Bo, he looked at me, he threw it to me. And once I caught it, I looked in front of me, I saw like the touchdown. So first thing was in my mind, like I gotta get in it no matter what.
Be hungry! Be hungry! Be hungry! Take it away!
Russell waits for the snap, there it is. He's gonna hand it off, and it's going to be Perkins, and he's tackled from behind to the 13-yard line by Gilbert Pena.
I was slanting, and the hole just kind of closed up, and I had nowhere to go, and I just kind of fell through the crease and made a play. A lot of that comes from just wanting to compete and just, wanting to play at the highest level you can, and just kind of go out there and not leave your teammates out there by themselves,
Leading by 24, senior E.J. Epperson and sophomore C.J. Johnson would provide the 1-2 punch to effectively shut the door on the Bulldogs.
There's a snap to Russell, only a 3-man rush. He has time now, hit in the pocket. He pulls it back in. He is sacked back at the 18-yard line by E.J. Epperson.
I saw Coach Kiffin, he called a rush games, which means I was rapping. I saw Uriah Grant get cut on the play, So I just took an inside move, I side scissors the guard, and I saw the Tyler Russell, if that's his name, I really don't know. I just saw him sitting in the pocket. Then I guess he pump faked me or whatever, and I thought the ball was gone, but I grabbed him anyway. Something just said grab him, and from then on I just said, man, let me get this guy to the ground. It's my senior night, I gotta get this guy down to the ground.
Russell in the gun, there's the snap, 3-man rush again. C.J. Johnson gets through and hits him at the 10. Only a 3-man rush, and he shark fins the fans as Johnson got through for another sack. Epperson met him on the other side as State has just run out of gas.
It's kind of funny how I got the second sack because it was on a first down. We had just come off a TV timeout, and Kiff said, I want you to be ready on third down. And he said, you've been going speed to power all night. He said, I'm ready to see you do a nice pick, and I want you to get to the quarterback and give him a sack. And so I just went out on the field on third down. He told me to go. And as soon as I came out the ball, I did what he told me to do, and I got a sack. So I got to give all the credit to him for that.
As the seconds ticked off the clock, the Ole Miss Rebels had returned the golden egg to the Rebel Nation.
My daughter Reagan has to say something.
Well, I'm gonna start crying. Okay, I just want to let y'all know I'm so proud of y'all.
It was really special. I think it was the funnest game I've ever played in. You know, even when I threw the 2 interceptions and the fumble, I just, you know, I was having so much fun playing the game, and you know, to see the fans and everybody rush the field and to see how special it was to them was, you know, really fulfilling as a football player on this team.
How those guys was just, you know, bad-mouthing us, talking about, you know, it's their trophy, their state, all that, and just for us to have the trophy when that clock hit 0, it wasn't any better feeling. And me being a senior, man, that right there just took it over the top for me.
Everybody was on the same page. Everybody had one heartbeat, and, you know, the atmosphere was, you know, unreal. Best atmosphere, best experience of my entire life ever.
You know, it's just special because, I mean, when everybody starts talking about Ole Miss here in the future, they can look back and say, well, these guys, Coach Freeze and these guys, this is what started Ole Miss to being what they were because of the couple bad seasons that they had, and it's something that you can share with your grandkids and something that you can share with everybody else and your teammates, because this is going to be a memory for a lifetime.
Coach always talked about not going out without a bang, and that's what we're going to do wherever we go and wherever we play. We're going to make sure that the team that we play know that we're there, and we're going to give them everything we got for a full 60 minutes.
Oh, man, just a Rebel Nation. I'm glad you guys are supporting the team. Just keep supporting these guys. I'm telling you, Coach Freeze, he's going to lead these guys in the next couple of years. These guys are going to be competing for a national championship. That's our whole goal, and I will always be supporting Rebel Nation. I love Ole Miss, and it'll always be my home.
And the person that I ran into when I was running for the Egg Bowl trophy, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I know you was on your back and you got up and you said it was all good because we won. I'm sorry, all right? You watch this? I'm sorry. You got it? We good. That was it.